Hi, I'm Isabel Helt, and I'll be presenting our presentation on temperature in the atmosphere with Sid and E-Man. So in the picture here we have the layers of Earth's atmosphere, the troposphere at the bottom, which decreases in temperature as it gets higher. The stratosphere, that as you go up the temperature increases, and the mesosphere, which decreases like the troposphere, and then the thermosphere, that once you go up it gets hotter into the exosphere. So temperature is the degree or intensity of heat present in a substance or object, especially as expressed according to a comparative scale and shown by a thermometer or perceived by touch. The troposphere is the lowest region of the atmosphere. Temperature in this region decreases with the increase of altitude. Temperature changes because the gas absorbs very little of the solar radiation. The ground absorbs this radiation and heats the air by conduction and convection. In the troposphere, the closer to Earth's atmosphere, the warmer it is. So here in the picture you see the plane flying through and then the rain below. And the stratosphere is the layer of the Earth's atmosphere above the troposphere, extending about 32 miles above the Earth's surface, the lower boundary of the mesosphere. And the mesosphere is the third layer of the atmosphere, spanning from 50 to 85 kilometers above the Earth. The layer's temperature decreases, the height increases for this one. And the thermosphere is the region of the atmosphere above the mesosphere and below the height at which the atmosphere ceases to have properties of a continuous medium. The thermosphere is characterized throughout by an increase in temperature with height. Yeah, so in Venus's atmosphere, which is a little different than Earth, it's composed mostly of carbon dioxide. Compared to Earth, it's much denser and hotter. Venus's atmosphere has a troposphere, stratosphere, and mesosphere, much like Earth. Venus's atmosphere also has a layer of sulfuric acid haze. So you can see in their troposphere that as they increase, the temperature drops. And that's a lot like Earth with the sun's radiation. On Mars, the atmosphere is made up of mostly carbon dioxide. Mars has changing seasons and temperature gets cold enough to the point that it snows. Mars's atmosphere contains a troposphere and stratosphere. Mars has a lot of dust in the atmosphere alone, with winds causing dust storms and miniature tornadoes. And then you can see the water ice clouds in the picture with Mars. And in Jupiter's atmosphere, hydrogen compounds form clouds. Different layers of cloud form as different layers of hydrogen compounds freeze as the temperature decreases. Jupiter's atmosphere has a troposphere, thermosphere, and stratosphere, and it isn't until they get up into the stratosphere that the temperatures start to increase again. Alright, and then here we have this video about why this stuff would be happening. And what we're going to do is just go through again the layers of the atmosphere, and then we'll just let the video talk to us a little bit about why this stuff's going to be happening. So we start, of course, with the troposphere, and that's where all the things that we do would be happening. That's where the airplanes are going to be flying and all our weather happens. And then we have the stratosphere. It's 50 kilometers up. So there you can see the plane flying through. So that'd be like right on the top layer of the troposphere. And this is showing the lower layer of the stratosphere, and from what I found, it was more so in the troposphere. And then in the stratosphere you can see those would be the sun rays coming down into the troposphere that would be warming it up. So here it's telling us about a hole in the ozone, and what that would be is basically our atmosphere is weaker at this point, and that's our fault. So all of our that's all caused by CFC, which, as I've read, has been decreasing, and the hole in the ozone is shrinking. So then we have the mesosphere, and that is where temperatures drop, as you can see here. So that'd be where we'd be putting our balloon up to calculate the temperatures up there. So you can, I'm sure you can put two and two together about what that nice little graphic was. All our comets, which are not as common as they used to be, they'd be going through right there. These kids are very excited about it. So then we have the thermosphere, which is just above the mesosphere. And in the thermosphere, our temperatures are going to start rising again. And once we're in the thermosphere, really, you're in space. I mean, it is another layer of our atmosphere, but once you get up there, you're done. Then right between the thermosphere and mesosphere is the ionosphere, which is much lesser known. And then that relates to the exosphere right outside the thermosphere. And that's where we'll see the northern lights and aurora borealis, which is just gorgeous. And then we have the exosphere right above that, and that's just the outer layer. And our atmosphere, really, in the scheme of how big our Earth is like a fingernail. It's barely a coating, but it's the only thing we have to keep us surviving and alive. Alright, well, that's all I have for you. So thank you very much, and enjoy the atmosphere.